Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. I had to pause because my cat is lurking about one of the boxes that I am using for the setup, and she looks like she always wants to jump in it. But I thought it would be really nice to do a reading on what's coming in April in terms of wishes granted and beautiful affirmations towards our future, because I'm finding for myself things happen when I think they're going to happen, and I expect them, and I affirm that, and I focus on that. So I just want to start with a couple affirmations for us. And remember to say these over and over to yourself. And at the end of the video, I'll add a little addendum where I film right on these affirmations so you can have a look and maybe screenshot them. They help me more than I can say, because I feel like when we reaffirm by saying something out loud, we're reminding ourselves what's important. Now, a couple that I love is, I am healthy and full of energy. I am healthy, vibrant, and this energy flows through my body naturally. I easily attract good and positive energy into my mind, body, and soul. The universe helps me achieve beautiful levels of health and wellness. I enjoy existing in a natural state of well-being. I welcome positive and healthy energy with open arms. And every day is an opportunity to enjoy new levels of energy. And I'll screenshot some other really important reminders that help me as well. So you guys can either pick one of these to really focus on it and have it be what is coming for you, or you can just listen to the whole thing, because I love these cards and the messages are absolutely fantastic. And what I'm going to do after I read some of these, I'm going to pull 2 tarot that will also kind of confirm things for us as well. So number 1 is, am I on the right path? A lot of people are always asking themselves this, because we can do something for a duration and be very excited about it, right? And think this is it. And then either we can have waning interest or effort or whatever it is, and we go on to the next. There's something about humanity, and also definitely with myself, where I like newness. And sometimes, like, it could be anything. You begin a project, and I know this is true, just beginning our bathroom project, that after painting and sanding and doing all that, you want some kind of results, right? So sometimes you can go on to something else when those efforts get a little more tedious. But let's ask ourselves, for number 1, am I on the right path? And number 2, what are the dominant emotions that run my life? And I have been finding through a constructive way to spend my day is, I'm always saying to myself, I'm going to have all the time that I need for anything. I create breadth and width and space, and therefore I have the energy to do what I want, because I'm not anticipating, oh, I need to do A, B, and C, and then run myself ragged. And my days always run afoul when I have lack mentality of time, and I try to crunch. And oftentimes I'll reevaluate at the end of the day. When did I say yes when I could have said no? When did I stop at that one extra store or do that one extra task that just kind of put me over the edge and made me then have to eat my meal in the car, on the run, or something like that? And how can I slow down and create more time within my day? And there's definitely a load of stuff we can say no to, right? But we end up like, oh yeah, I could do that. But this is, let's breathe easy. So let's see. I love these so much, and they're so beautiful. So this speaks, so I'm just going to have a quick sip of water. Okay. Sometimes we second guess what we are doing. We lose the trust in the process and question if we are even on the right path at all. Know this, you are on the right path. Keep going, keep believing, keep remembering that you made a soul contract and that you are currently fulfilling it in every area of your life. Even if you can't see it, it doesn't mean it's not real. Now, this is absolutely true, especially when it comes to things like our spiritual quest and growth. Sometimes things don't happen as quickly or as concisely as we think they should. So we can become less patient with the outcomes. And what I'm going to do is, I have my Witch's Tarot fan out right here, and I'm just going to pull right from the center. Oh my gosh, I love this. I can't even believe it. There's a reason why this is my favorite deck, because it definitely just does hit home. And I'm just going to scoop down a little on my selenite wand. My cat is just so irritating. But let's get into the sun right away, because that's all right if she steps on stuff for now, because I just don't have the wherewithal to stop every second or get aggravated. And I feel like once she's allowed to step all over everything, she's like, I'm okay. So the Sun, of course, is about materials, happiness, a joyous outcome, and success. So this is something that I promise myself every day. As soon as I see myself going off the path and getting into impatience or any lower vibrational behaviors, I whip myself back into this by beautiful affirmations. Again, I feel like affirmations are, such protection against our well-being, right? By letting ourselves know, hey, everything that I have, want, need is right here. All my resources, everything, is within my mindset, because everything is our mindset and our perspective. One person will look at something, a beach, and see beautiful sand and see happiness and light and water and soothingness, and other people will be like, seagulls and whatever, sea creatures and crabs, and freak out over. It's all perspective. So I constantly try to write my perspective that this, wherever I am and whatever is happening, is beautiful, and I have whatever I need, and I'm not going to second guess myself, because that has us derail ourselves, step backwards, and we don't need to do this. But also strength. That's something that I love to reaffirm. I have everything that I need. I am strong in my beliefs, and when I push forward and I allocate time for things, that there's a reason for that, and it's important. I swear, if I have to reconfigure everything for this cat, I'm going to totally have a moment here, because every time I move something for her, she then wants to come out and be somewhere else after I put something around. But anyway, strength is always our belief in ourselves and our capabilities, who we are. And oftentimes we do need to remember to have that moment where we reaffirm this for ourselves. I take breaks during the day, and I call them affirmation breaks, where I'm like, I've got this. I have all the time in the world. I feel good. I'm competent. I'm capable. I'm going to be able to just come through for myself, right? And feel good about it. But deep breaths, I'll give you a example. Now Hagen has practice at different times of the day, so I get to go pick him up at different times. So I have to remember to not show. Now she's going to block the lighting. Excellent. I try to remind myself, if I'm obligated to go pick up, get lunch, and do all these things, that I give and I receive love freely, and I'm a magnet for amazing friendships, and I enjoy my own company and the company of my family, and I'm lucky to have that. So I look at it from the perspective that, how lucky am I that my kids still enjoy my company, and that I have, this is one of the greatest things that I constantly am just have so much gratitude for, is the fact that I'm self-employed and I can go and pick up and drive and help my family at any given time, because my work is portable. And that is something that's amazing. And how you're going to draw strength from yourself, you guys, right now too, is by doing that, giving and receiving love freely. Feel the love, the smile, take all that in and deflect anything else that is negative, and be filled with the gratitude of who you are, and be willing to see you're magnificent. Love that you're real rather than perfect, right? Often now with social media, there's just such a conveyance of, oh, look at this sparkle, this dazzle, this whatever. And all these filters freak me out, because people look like, they don't even look like people. Comment down below if you're sometimes a little surprised at how strange people can just look like a blur with eyes. Like it's strange to me, and I feel like it's a little frightening. So, I feel right now that you're going to be able to trust yourself and your feelings completely, and love the person that you're becoming. And that's definitely what the Strength card is about. And I want to pull a couple more, few group one of suggestions. What can I burn? Because there's so much we take on that we forget to release, right? Burn it all. The ugly lies, the pain, the shame, the criticism, the images that run through your head, the reminders of what you did wrong, proof that you're not enough. Just burn it. It's time for a rebirth. You're like the phoenix right now, rising out of the ashes. You are no longer attached to the past, and you are free. Your wings are ready, so use them. Make a choice that you're no longer going to let the past define you. Pick up your pen. What will your next chapter look like? I have to do this in a couple regards with my relationship with money, because just one of those things that when I was younger, I remember sometimes things were very feast or famine, and I remember that sticking home, being somewhere and going, oh, we can't afford that right now. Like I every once in a while that will pop in my head, like, if you have this, then you can't have that. And I had to come to terms with the world is ever abundant, and when you are generous and you feel the world is generous, this comes back, this will come back to you, and we have to remember that, right? And with this Strength card, ask yourself, am I apologizing for my truth? What part of you is apologizing for your truth, and why? Today, be proud of your truth. Catch yourself when you want to apologize or withhold parts of it. You never know whose life you will change when you are brave enough to speak it. Be the lighthouse that shines on the courage that lives in all of us. This will give others permission to speak their own truth. There is room for us all. Today's mantra is courage is contagious. Hallelujah. And if you guys haven't seen some of the beautiful videos that are out there from Not Your Average Glow Up and from my friend Cheryl, she is absolutely amazing. She is under, she has several different things, and I will post some things on IG about her sites today because I love this. She speaks against domestic violence and she speaks for autism, and it's all of these things that she speaks of, some very harrowing experience, but they really hit home. And so does Sammy, with mental health. Sometimes when we are on that other side of the spectrum where we think things are closed off to us, or we don't deserve it, or we can't allow this into our life, and these weird misbegotten beliefs that restrict us, we can just let it all go and burn it all down and not apologize. We go through these things, and like I said in my other video, I feel like we are meant to experience these things, these traumas, these things that just shake up our world, so we understand, we have an understanding, and we come through the other side stronger, and then we then can share that, right? And reaffirm your worthiness. I choose to be kind to myself. I am worth loving. I only speak kindly to myself. I am deserving of being paid well for my work. I have enough. I do enough. I am enough, right? Especially for you creatives and other tarot readers and stuff. I'm realizing, going on TikTok and other places, every once in a while, people just think it's like this fun, artsy thing you do. But when it's your profession, and then everybody's like, oh, can I have a read? Can I have this? Can you do my chart? Can you do all of this? And it's one of those things that realize if you are a painter and you paint all of those things, just because you're gifted doesn't mean you have to give everything away. Your time is valuable. And oftentimes we are not charging for that 20-minute, 30-minute, hour session. It is for the years of practice and honing our craft that go into that, right? Pouring your heart, pouring all your attention into that. So remember to say that and never sell yourself cheaply, and honor your gifts and reaffirm all of these things. So I would love for you to watch the second one as well, but definitely go through to the end where I'll have the screenshots of the affirmations, and then you can screenshot them for yourself because they are important. And look at this, you have the sun. You are going to push through, persevere, have amazing strength, and be able to ask for whatever it is that you want. Now, I'm going to have a sip of water, and we're going to find out what the dominant emotions that run my life, because my weird ones that I have to switch off are definitely a sense of urgency, or I have to do this now, complete, produce. It is the weirdest thing. And as soon as I shut that off and I say breathe, you are here to restore well-being within yourself and go and do what brings joy to yourself and others. And that's how I reconfigure my day mentally, and then I start and I breathe. And a little trick that I did for myself today, because this is one of the rare days where I don't have to be anywhere at a particular time till later in the afternoon, so I can have oxygen and space and creativity. And I thought, I want to do a lovely reading for the bigger channel, express some of these sentiments that I've been learning, and it just really is a remarkable phase. And what I'm going to do at the end of this too is do one of those beautiful hypnotic suggestions that I was talking about earlier at the beginning of the video that I was learning from Marissa Pierce, because that is everything. What we need to supplant the old tape that's running in our head that says, there are restrictions, that the ceiling is only so high, we are only allowed so much. It's simply not true. Those are things that we've heard, we've been indoctrinated in, and they're simply not true. So let's see what emotions are running in my life. How do you fill your day? Do you fill it with stress or joy? And for many of us, it's a combination, right? I know for me, as soon as I see the stressors build, I catch myself and I'm like, hey, stop, pull over and sip this coffee by the beach. Stop, racing. There is no need. Trust or anger, again, sometimes it fluctuates depending who comes in your circle. And I will give you a prime example of this. Every once in a while, I'll be talking to a client and there'll be a language barrier. So there'll be certain words missing and something can get misconstrued of what they're asking for. So then when if I just assume something and I go ahead and answer the question, sometimes it's like, oh, I didn't meant this, I meant that. And I never take anything personally, and I trust in the process, and I genuinely love and care for people, and I don't take things personally because there's no time for that. You know what I mean? And we have to remember, listen, we actually and always will get what we put out there. You ever have those days where I remember once just going into a store and I knew I was pressed for time, and I think I was just getting coffee or something, and I had that sense of urgency, and I was distracting, and I had messages, and I was trying to get a lot of packages out, and I remember just kind of like looking it up, and that kind of like, I'm pressed for time, so you better hurry look must have translated, and I saw the smile just kind of fade away on the barista's face, and I knew right then, I was like, whoop, autocorrect, because you've been right where they are. You've had people that have rushed you or made you feel like just an object to get your stuff, and it takes the humanity out of it. So right away, I just took a deep breath, and I actually even just apologized. I said, excuse my urgency and demeanor. I'm like, I don't mean to pressurize you. And the whole thing got flipped and calm and everything. And I saw the whole expression of ease come over them, because I know that I don't want anxiety in my life, and I don't want to create it for anybody else. And emotions are contagious. Anxiety or peace, there you go. I'll say it out loud. I have peace in my life. Archangel Michael, please help restore that. We only have today, right now, the journey. No goal, no destination is going to bring us the feeling we seek. So when we begin filling every day with that which we value most, we attract more of it. This is fulfillment. It really is. And at any given time, know that you can stop. You can stop whatever you're doing and go, oops, I need to replace this anxiety with peace. Again, those beautiful subliminal messages to yourself, those beautiful new subconscious implants that we say, look up, close your eyes. I am at peace. I am at one with the world. I am working within this divine matrix. And I am in flow state. Flow state is huge. We don't rush, we don't scurry, we don't mistreat ourselves or others. We recognize what we need, right? If we need nourishment, any of that. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to fan these out and just pull. Yes, letting go of combativeness and getting to a place of study and productivity that's quiet. So we're going to let go of, and this is funny, this is exactly what it was talking about, that dichotomy of, am I in anxiety or am I at peace? So when our head and the mysterious head dragons are breathing fire on us, hurry, do, accomplish, prove, all of that, we need to move into this, because we have to ask ourselves what isn't true, and the dragons behind there isn't true. We're not in a hurry. We don't need to prove ourselves or produce. We can quietly work. Like today, I got a big, fat, really cool new notepad out, and I just started to construct my day peacefully. I would like to finish this and that. And I really try to take out of my vocabulary, I have to. That doesn't ring, a peaceful kind of bell to us, right? I have to be to work. I have to clean the house. It is a sense of confinement and imprisonment and having to do something where we don't have a choice, right? Have omits choice to us. But this is like, I'm going to do some great work. I'm going to be creative. I'm going to make some things. I'm going to have a good time, right? Because what isn't true, and I love this, how can I surrender even more in this moment? And this speaks to, it's essential to have clear, strong intentions of what we desire. It's equally important for us to detach from the outcome. I do this all the time. I'm going to be beginning a project. If it comes out a certain way that was meant to be, I can, polish and enhance later, whatever it is. But oftentimes, if it involves other people, we can never estimate what their response or contribution is going to be, right? So we just have to let it go. Let the universe have some breathing room to work. Let go of the wheel and trust so deeply that your trust turns into gratitude for what you cannot see yet, but you know is coming. Know this so deeply in your soul that you vibrate. You are not alone. Your life has purpose. And the more you surrender, the more God can produce miracles in your life. And this is what you're going to find in April. Like, I am letting go and I'm in the flow state and amazing things are happening. The calmer and more at peace I am, I'm serious. I notice all the opportunities, see things arise. I feel like my days get longer and there's oxygen and new ways to formulate productivity in a calm way. I really love this. I surrender. I accept all that I cannot change. I release the outcome and I joyfully trust the process. And isn't this wonderful? If somebody reacts or responds in a way that, we don't really jibe with, we don't have to lose our mind and get all in a tizzy about it. It's just simply what is happening. And que sera, sera, right? That's very much whatever will be, will be. And, how can I be more flexible? That's a big question. What are we trying to control? Maybe it's time to let go. Let's move through today and trust the outcome will be for our highest good. Like, I know when I woke up, I was like, I'm so comfortable. And guess what? Since today, I do not have a tightly packed schedule. I am going to be very temperate and slow in my movement, so I don't, because the physical and mental are combined, right? So when we start to move very quickly, we think we're in a hurry. If we speak very quickly, we think we need to wrap it up. So I'm going to be very lackadaisical and take my time and look out the window and choose decks and do everything in a calm, precise moment. And I know a lot of us, we have to be at places, sometimes jobs, schools, pickup stores, but it's like, let's leave room in between that and purposely move slow so we feel like, I'm in a gorgeous, quiet flow state and I have time and having gratitude for what's around us. I really love that. So what I'm going to do to you guys, and thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate you so much. So don't also forget to press like and subscribe. What I'm going to do is have a couple shots at the end of this of the affirmation so you can see that. But really quickly, touching back on the beautiful meditative states that we can reprogram ourselves. I would love for you to just close your eyes. I'm just going to add a couple and for you to say these to yourself or listen to this. It has helped me beyond measure because sometimes my ego will just chime in and start to rush me. Now, this is one that I love, and just close your eyes and just believe this and say this and feel this and tap back into this whenever you need to. Today, I'm going to recognize that I am extremely talented. Today, I recognize I will never give up. I will always keep trying, regardless of what anyone may say. I believe in my dreams, and I am capable of achieving my goals. I am getting in the best shape of my life. I can quit my job and strategically make a living. I never feel trapped or like I owe anything to anyone. That was huge for me. The moment I decided my time is better spent being allocated to my talents, gifts, and my time frame, that's the day I decided to leave working for a company that just saw me as a number, for sure. And to remember, I am very creative and ideas come to me daily. I have a millionaire mindset. I am surrounded by big dreamers and achievers. Every day I seek to find people who will take me to the next level. I release negativity. I let go of the past and I am grateful for my body. I am nice and I fuel my body the right way. I will take care of myself. Every dollar I spend comes to me multiplied. I am in harmony with the energy of money. I am energy and money is energy. I call on the universe to answer my prayers and guide me on the path to abundance. I trust that my faith in the universe will gift me with all that I need in life. Things of this nature on Pinterest and a lot of other places, there are tons of affirmations in many different ways, shapes, and forms. And I would love for you to make an little audio of them, play them for you in the car. There's something interesting that happens when we hear our own voice reaffirm what we know to be true in terms of what is abundant and what is available, and to keep reaffirming that. And it magnifies its strength and possibilities. It magnetizes to us, and it is a fantastic way to reassert and reinvent who you are by putting in those subconscious affirmations and tapping back into those. it has done wonders for me over the last few days. I just find myself in this beautiful, like happy expectant mode, instead of going to, oftentimes when we're given a little patch of time to just think and meditate, worries come in, right? Worries, concern, money, whatever. Now, when you do that, what comes instead is this beautiful expectations of great things to come, creativity, beautiful people, great ideas, how to expand in all of these things. And I'm telling you, your health will increase because of this. Your sense of well-being will be multiplied. Your mindset it just frees you up for all the good things, and it's really wonderful. So love and light, everybody, and please feel free to screenshot some of these affirmations that I'm going to add on for you. I love you guys, and you are amazing, and I want to thank you again for all your beautiful support.